Hello and welcome back to Wireman's Whimsy. Today we're going to do a Christmas card. I am using the Christmas season and seasonal label dies bundle along with the merriest moments for the greeting. And I've run the background mat through the Timber 3D embossing folder. So I have got a crumb cake card base. I've got some real red ribbon. And this one I put towards the bottom. I'm going to actually pop this one towards the middle. I've already put some adhesive on the back of this one. So we can pop that on like that. The adhesive is good to go, so I will just pop this down like this. And next to go on is the Thinking of You This Festive Season greeting. So I'm going to pop some dimensional on the back of here. And the die that I cut this out with is one of the label dies that's in the seasonal label set. They've got some really nice labels in there, really useful sizes for making a Christmas card. And sometimes you just want most of the Christmas card to be the greeting. So I'm just going to lay that down like that. It's lined up with the edge, so I know I'm straight. And now I've got all my pieces. And I will walk through how I put them together. They're two-step stamping, and what I did, as I usually do, is I used the same ink pad for each. This set of flowers is the Pear Pizzazz, and I did second value in the background, first value in the foreground. And I stamped the darker one first because it was easier to line up the lighter one against the darker one. So that's in Pear Pizzazz. My holly leaves are in Old Olive. Second value on the larger stamp, first value on the smaller stamp. The real red on the berries, that's a single stamp. For the small pine cones, I use soft suede, second value, first value. And then early espresso for the large pine cones, second value, first value. I tried doing them in two different inks, and I really wasn't happy with the way I had done it. So I just used the same one, stamped off to get second value, and ran it that way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start building out this card. I'm going to put one of the pine cones here and another one down here. And then just keep kind of layering up. And then I can put the holly leaves kind of in the middle like this with the berries. So I also have these ones which I didn't have in the first card, which I'm going to tuck in. So that means I need to make room for them. So if I put this here like this, then I can maybe do the pine cone like this. And then I can do the holly and berries in the middle. So why don't I start with that? I'm going to just flat mount these leaves. I really like these ones. So I'm going to flat mount them, tuck them in underneath like that. And then the same with the top. And then I can start using dimensionals to build out the rest of the card. So I'll just pop that like that. There we go. And using the dimensionals, and I'm going to have to grab another sheet, I think. I'm just going to add the dimensionals. So this Christmas season, I've used this set before, but I didn't use it to make a Christmas card. I used it to make a different card. You can just, by changing the ink and not using necessarily the Christmassy type, I used this one and this one. And depending on the colors you use, you're absolutely going to get a non-holiday card. By the same token, you can use non-traditional colors like your balmy blue and your blushing bride, and use the Christmas type pieces. And then you've got a really lovely Christmas card in non-traditional colors. So there's lots of options for this card. I'm just going to pop these ones in a little bit further out because I need that space to put the holly and berries in. And let's just, I can maybe have this one face out a little bit like this. Oh, what have I stuck it to? I haven't taken the backing off. That's helpful, isn't it? So there we go. Pop that like that. And now I need to really make sure I'm tight up on these because I don't have a lot of room to put them in, but I want them dimensionalized. So I'm going to pop one in like that, and then I'm going to use a little dimensional on the next one. And pop this one down. I want to move this one over a little bit. I'm actually going to move that one over like that. And then this one is going to, and I took all the sticky off, so I'm going to just put another one on. It'll be a little bit higher, but that's okay. See, and somebody said to me, why don't you edit your bloopers out? And I said, because if I never make a mistake, how are people going to know how to fix mistakes? So, so I leave my bloopers, for lack of a better term, in because I think they're important to the process. Now for the berries, it kind of didn't work with that third little berry on there, or fourth little berry, so I just trimmed it off. Put on a small dimensional like that, and then peeled the back off like this, and just popped the berries on like that. So there we go. We have a really deep 3D card using the Christmas season and seasonal labels bundle and the Merriest Moments greeting, along with the Timber 3D embossing folder in the background. You could add a little red bling here if you wanted to, or just leave it plain using the ribbon. So thank you so much for watching, and let's create together again soon.